So, on my key takeaways, I'd like to focus on, I was like contemplating, why is Alibaba successful? So, these are my key learnings. I'm sure my other brothers there have already emphasized the importance of having this early on in your company. So, this will actually bring your company to where you want to be successful, to be a successful company. So, mission here, it is the why. Why does your company exist? So, you have to, you know, think and think deeply, like why are you forming this company? What's your mission, basically? So that's why. Why do you exist? That's the main question that you would like to answer. And then the vision here is the goal, or what kind of company are you aiming to build, basically. So that's the vision, and then the values. Like when you say values, it's how you what type of rewards, or what types of do you punish or do you reward, basically. And then the culture is this is what you really say. For example, what kind of values, or do you reward, or what kind of things that you would punish. So, and then the strategy is the core to the company. So that these are the very foundation of your company. So, learning number 2, what I've observed in Alibaba is that they hire exceptional leaders. So, as you notice, Jack Ma is no longer is no longer active on a day-to-day basis, but the business is still running, and Alibaba is still on top of the game. That's it. That is because they were able to hire exceptional leaders. So, what is the definition of a leader? So, leader is someone who inspires, basically, one who motivates, one who gives direction to the team on where the company is leading. So, and then build self-reliant teams. So basically, what I've observed spending 10 days in Alibaba is that the team that, or the personnel, or the staff, or the team that they hired are basically those people who believe in the mission and vision of the company. That's very important. For me, also in my company, it is important for that person that I will hire that he believes in the mission and vision of the company. Number 2, Alibaba, I believe, they hire people that are committed to their jobs, committed to their responsibilities. Basically, we were there like some of the days are too long. We spent 9 p.m. and there are employees and staff still working that day, or on a daily basis. So there's this culture. What's that? 996, right? They work 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then 6 hours, 6 days a week. So that's why it's 996. So um, it's like the people there, they feel they are part of the shareholders, but they're not, basically. But they are committed to do their job. They feel they are one with the company in achieving its mission or vision. And then number 3, it's very important to hire, which I've seen, is that the people they hired are really reliable. So they do as what their job requires them to do, right? And hiring reliable people will help you grow faster, basically, because you don't have to micromanage them. So they can work on their own with less supervision. So I guess those 3 are very important in hiring people, and that's what I've observed in Alibaba. And then, so my number 3 learning is that communication is key. So when I arrived, JC was discussing about feedback. So on Alibaba, whether it's a customer, they like getting feedback from customers. They love giving feedback or getting feedback from employees. So we had this exercise, as JC mentioned, wherein you can also apply in your company, wherein you give feedback, a positive one, and then you also give a constructive feedback, like I'm happy because you always report early, and but it will be helpful if, say for example, you submit the reports on time, so something like that. So it gives the employee like an idea when we did it, like, oh, there's a room for improvement for me, and based on the assessment of, say for example, my coworkers or managers, that there's something in me that needs to be improved. So yeah, so communication is key basically. And then timing is crucial. That's my learning number 4. So there's this video that was shown to us. It's like, what's the title of the Future Maker? Yeah. There's this time when Alibaba needed to launch their mobile app, and the timing is really crucial for that. Otherwise, they would have died, or like a competitor would have done it first. So for me, like most of the startups here, it's either you're too early or too late or just on time. So for me, everything that you do, it has timing is really crucial for you to execute everything. So a startup, you need to execute it fast, but of course, you don't want a messy start. So you have to execute it um, in a way that it's well planned as well. And then my number 5 learning is good is the enemy of great. Of all things that I've learned, this is my favorite. Because you don't want your company to be complacent, like similar to Alibaba. So they've been in the business since 1999, but they keep on improving. So in the pyramid of Alibaba, customer is first. So that's the first value of Alibaba. So they put customers first, and they create value to that customer. They keep on creating value to that customer. So for me, the thing that I admire most with Alibaba is that they keep on innovating. They are not afraid to experiment, basically. So you know the story of Alibaba, they started with B2B. So business to business, they don't know yet at that time what's the product market fit at that time. They were like trying to reserve domain names. They tried that taking bookings from hotel bookings. So they didn't find the right market fit or nailed it on the day they launched until they discovered Alibaba Gold. So at that time, they were running out of money. So they got invested by Goldman Sachs. They were invested by, what's the other one? SoftBank. But when the internet bubble happened, they were forced to look for a steady revenue stream. And they were looking for ways on how to earn. So that's how they came up with Alibaba Gold. So that's the first, and then after Alibaba, they saw that, say for example, B2B, and then they started the C2C, which is the Taobao, and then the B2C, which is the Tmall. So as you see, it doesn't stop from e-commerce or retail. After that, they started venturing on different aspects of the digital economy, like payments. So they have Alipay, they even have Ali Cloud, they have movies. So they're not really afraid of experimenting. So I guess for all of you who are like business owners here, you can like, this is my favorite, good is the enemy of greed. So it motivates you to keep on innovating, so you won't die. So yeah, good is the enemy of greed. So my learning number 6 is embrace change. So embrace change in a sense that not all as planned will happen. So you don't know the market condition, or there are external factors that might happen that you don't know. Similar to Alibaba, as mentioned earlier, they didn't nail the business model early on. There are also a lot of iterations that brought them to where Alibaba is now. So it's not like this is the business model that I want, but if it's not progressing or um, it's not happening, you should look for other ways. So that's what Alibaba did. They look for other ways on how to earn until they discovered the Alibaba Gold, the B2B listings. And then learning number 7 is difficulties, challenges, present opportunities. This is very true because Jack Ma said opportunity lies in the place where the complaints are. So I'm sure that all your businesses were born out of pain points, like similar to us. We're into payments. It's difficult. Back then, we started the company in 2010. There were like foreign players in terms of payment gateways. It's hard connecting to them, or they just offer limited payment options. So it's that pain point that we thought of creating a product or a company that caters to Filipinos. So similar to what Alibaba experienced when they launched, say for example, the 11/11, the Singles Day. So that is very successful, but they keep on challenging themselves. So there's one time when they launched the Singles Day early on, their servers nearly crashed. So like 30 seconds from 11:12. So the servers were alarming because it's hitting the capacity of the transactions. Good thing it didn't happen. It didn't crash because all the records will be wiped out. So this is a good thing. The next year they prepared 6 months before the event. But there were challenges in the logistics side of it. There were challenges on the payments out of it. So back then, they were able to also solve that. So by being able to come up with Alipay for the escrow services, and then AliCloud. So Alibaba was using NetSuite before. Now they have their own database, which is ocean-based. So that's the thing that I admire most with Alibaba. They keep on challenging themselves and creating solutions out of the pain points that they experience. Now, the last, I think this is last. Big data is lifer. So, Kila is life, parang ganun mo. Big data is lifer. I guess, I'm so amazed with Alibaba on the data that they process. Basically, I think they're in the business of really big data. They are able to ask the right questions about data. Not all data are gold, some are garbage. So, but if you're able to analyze the data well, and you are able to ask the right questions to the data, it gives you power to create, for example, a product out of it, similar to what Alibaba has done in the beginning when they have B2B listings, Alibaba.com. Through the data, they knew that some of the SMEs would also want to buy, for example, or C2C would be also a big hit. So those products were born out of data that they have. So they were able to come up with AliCloud because of the data. They were able to come up with Ubao, which is a lending app, and then they also have credit scoring like Zima Credit, and these are born out of data. So I guess that is where the value also that you can give to your customers. You don't compete on the price, but basically you can give them, for example, business insights, so valuable business insights on the data that you have. So and that is key. to retain customers or your customers. So with that, I guess I want you to think about this, leave you with those two questions, because these two questions are very important for you, because this will tell you where you will be in the next 5 to 10 years. So, why do you exist, and what is your dream? This is these two questions will bring you where you want to be. So, thank you very much. I hope you learned something from me.